He's already made fun of me before I've come on stage, so it's a good start, I guess. But this is my first time, and you know, this is actually a New Year's resolution. So if I fuck this up, it's I've just stuffed up my New Year's resolutions. You know, I haven't shattered a childhood dream or anything, so it's all good. So I think I can see a few ladies in the audience. Is that right? Yeah. I'm just wondering, are any of you concerned about the rise of the metrosexual male these days? Oh, that was a guy, that wasn't a girl. I'll try and shed some light on this. So, this is really tangled, so I'm just going to... Anyway, I like to think of myself as a pretty modern kind of guy. You know, I can cook reasonably well. I'm pretty good in the kitchen, but when it comes to fixing things around the house, it's a different story, and I run into a few issues. So the other day, it's a Sunday afternoon, I've actually managed to lock myself out of my own bedroom. Now, I don't know how this is possible, but what do? It's a Sunday afternoon, couldn't get a locksmith, too expensive, so I've actually had to call up my sister's boyfriend, who's an engineer, to come round and help me. Now, he comes round, meanwhile I've been fucking yanking at this doorknob, trying to get it off, sweating profusely, had to take my shirt off. Anyway, Vince comes round, brings his tool set around, and he didn't need it. He didn't need it at all. He's just calmly approached the door and just suddenly twisted and pulled, and it's just slotted off so nicely. And I was like, hey Vince, how did you do that, man? I was thinking to myself, well, you should not have to be an engineer to get yourself out of that situation, should you? That is just a basic task that you should be able to execute. But no, I couldn't do it. Anyway, I've been maintaining this herb garden out the back of my house. And you'll laugh, but this requires me to go down to Bunnings quite frequently. And I was sitting at breakfast the other day, I was still a bit sleepy, you know, it was early in the morning, and I got the catalogue, and sitting at breakfast, it's black and white. Oh, what? Black and white catalogue. You know, how is someone like me supposed to get excited about going to Bunnings when I have a black and white catalogue arrive in the mail? I'm trying to identify, you know, some of the items, and it's virtually impossible. I could maybe identify a standard ladder, a hose, some Dulux paint. Apart from that, everything was a blur. You know, I could just see the stick figure drawings of machinery, just getting totally bewildered. But anyway, once I arrived at Bunnings, I actually love the place. It's amazing, and I must admire their commitment to workforce participation. So I've gone up to the checkout. The kid who served me, he's about 10, and you know, barely hit puberty. And but then I've gone down to aisle 20, and there's some grandma stacking the shelves. I'm like, what? You know, and she's up on one of those electronic ladders that just extend upwards. And I'm thinking, when I retire, nah, not going to retire, just going to work at Bunnings. And I'm also thinking, is that not just a little bit strange that they've got the oldest person in the store doing the most dangerous task? Like, surely if she falls down from there, it's all over for her. Anyway, when I'm in Bunnings, I like to pretend I know my stuff. So I'll be looking for a specific item, and I'll approach the shelf. The C154 model. No. I've got no idea about anything to do with housewares at all. So it comes to be embarrassing when I have to ask that 10-year-old kid for advice. So it went something like this. Oh, hey mate, just looking for a painting hook for my house. To hang a painting. Little kid's like, sure. If you want it to be sturdy, use the metal one. If you don't mind too much, use the plastic one. Oh, thanks, mate. Now that's just embarrassing, isn't it? I mean, I've had to take advice from a 10-year-old kid in relation to housewares. Here I am, a 25-year-old male, and that's just embarrassing. I couldn't say no more about that. But I was actually there last Sunday, and I had a blockage. We had a blockage in the shower at home, and I had to go and buy a plunger. So I've gone down there and looking for these plungers, and they've got about 6 different plungers. And I've ended up having to ask the guy who's well into his 70s for advice. Now, I picked out this purple plunger. It actually had suspension. It was a hardcore plunger. And anyway, this guy's come up to me, and I said to him, "Oh, so is this, can you use this?" It was a hardcore plunger. And anyway, this guy's come up to me, and I said to him, "Oh, so is this, can you use this for a shower?" And he categorically said to me, no, you can only use that for the toilet. Now, I've had a closer look at the label, and it said, for use in showers, toilets, regular drains, etc. I just felt so bad because I had to turn this guy down. I was like, you know, this wise old guy giving me advice in Bunnings, and I've just had to turn him down. And anyway, that was my experience in Bunnings. So, but I must say, you know, if there's any guys out there that are just feeling not so confident about their manliness, just take a walk down to Bunnings. You don't have to buy anything, just walk through the place, and I guarantee you'll come out feeling a lot more confident about your manliness. And even if you don't buy anything, just grab a hot dog on the way out and donate to charity. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a pleasure.